So we're down here on the 4200 block of Redbud. As you can see, people who were actually sitting on their front porches and actually live here are being harassed and made to sit on the ground. And they're actually being put in a paddy wagon as if they've done something, when in actuality they didn't do anything. So if anybody knows what this is all about, post a comment to the video.
Well, they let them out in the what? 15-hour hold. If they ain't did shit, they be out 15 hours.
And so this is an exact example of the in proportion treatment and harassment
We don't know
that
that.
citizens of North City have to experience. And so that's basically what it's like to be a citizen, a young black male in North St. Louis City. It's kind of like a police state. How you doing? Talal here. I'm here with a lifelong citizen of the 21st Ward, Victor Alameen. We were all just standing out here on the street, smoking a couple cigarettes, catching up with each other, when about 4 or 5 squad cars and a paddy wagon pulled up and asked everybody to sit on the ground. Of course, Victor nor myself sat on the ground. And after talking with the sergeant, they realized that it was best for them to go ahead and get out of our faces. Outside of that, I believe they just arrested about 7 or 8 people. I don't know what they were charged with. We had been out there for at least 45 minutes. I don't know what the crime was or anything like that. I got some footage that I'm going to run past you guys. I just wanted to get Victor's perspective on what he thinks about that, why he thinks that happened, and his experience as being a young black male in North City, specifically in the 21st Ward. Victor, how you doing?
First, I want to say peace and love to everybody. Man, I'm just out here trying to save our youth, save our family, save our future. Like he just said, we always out here politicking, smoking cigarettes, trying to come up with a master plan on how to save our future. And next thing you know, squad cars coming left and right, one ways, two ways, whatever, just hopping out, telling everybody to sit on the ground, talking about they had a call on peace disturbance, but no one called a peace disturbance call. I asked all the neighbors, no one knew of a phone call. They just came to harass. And yes, 7 people was arrested, and I know for a fact 5 of the 7 they work 2 full-time jobs, go to school. They're not street criminals, street thugs, or whatever you want to call us, terrorists, whatever. We are young black men trying to get paid, trying to get education and knowledge so we can survive inside this cruel world. And me growing up inside the 21st, I have seen nothing but progress until the past couple of years, where people have came in and just changed it all over, and people meaning politicians, because they want to come and rule everything, and we can't just let them come and rule us. It's not in us to let anybody come and rule us, and for them to come in our neighborhood and say that we're terrorists and we're not, is just a miseducation of what's going on, because they shut down all of our schools, they shut down all of our after-school programs, they shut our rec centers down, and they expect us to just live. No, we're not going to live, we're going to make noise, and that's what we're doing. And now that we're making noise, they want to call us terrorists.
And so why do you think? First of all, I noticed that you said you checked to make sure to see if anyone called and reported a police disturbance. And although I was here, when you performed that check, I want you to elaborate on exactly what you did to find out whether or not someone called and made a police disturbance.
Okay, I went and knocked on people's doors because I talked to a sergeant that was out there, and he said that he had a nuisance call. So I knocked on neighbors' doors and I asked them, did anyone call? I knocked on pretty much every neighbor door that was in that vicinity, and no one knew of a phone call to any police department saying that there was a nuisance.
And so there was a group of young black males. I was congregating with us all. Could you define that group and who those people were?
Um, those people were residents of the Redbud neighborhood, born and raised over here, and they've been over all their life, and they're not going to leave no matter what the politicians try to do to us. We're going to stand strong with our backbone stiff.
And so that's the perspective of, like I said, a lifelong citizen of the 21st Ward. He's actually a security guard, has a carry concealed permit, and from my experience, he tries his best, Victor, to uphold peace here in our ward. And not all, but a majority of the group who I was meeting with are actually activists here in this community. They're on their way down to the St. Louis Justice Center, and it's unfair. It's discrimination, and although there has been spike in crime and murder here in the city, those weren't the individuals responsible for that, and I think that it was irrational. I think that it is irrational that the way that the officials and the police department and the administrators of the city are going about trying to take care of this murder crime issue. I believe that because it is election season and because people are trying to make reputations, that they're basically what they're doing is just painting this entire community with one brush, and the goal is to get young black males off of the street, irregardless, and at all costs. And it's just not a comfortable way to live, being a taxpayer and a law-abiding citizen. And I just wanted my base to know about this. So that's pretty much it. And so there's another point that I would like to make. I actually I called Channel 4 News, and they came out and asked a few questions to try to see what was going on. And I believe that the media already have their minds made up, and they already have the angle and perspective that they want. And if you guys watch the news at 5, I know that they're going to edit what I said and probably misconstrue the point that I was trying to make. They're trying to make it seem as if every young black male, or the majority of young black males over here in North City, are terrorists or bad people, and that's just not true. I believe that you have a lot of desperate individuals who don't have any options and don't have any education and really don't know how to react to the conditions that they were forced to live under. And that was the point that I was trying to make to Channel 4 News. They really didn't want to hear any of that. And when they realized that I wasn't going to comply with the angle and the story that they were trying to tell, they basically brushed me off. So I don't know if they're going to actually run the interviews that they conducted with me, but if they do, and it's misconstrued, I definitely will contest that. So I just want to let you guys know that as well.